Hi everybody, I'm Jason Bretzman. I teach American Issues and AAP Government at Muskego High School. I wanted to tell you a little bit about myself and about our class. So, as I mentioned, I'm Jason Bretzman, married, got two great kids and a great wife. We watch a lot of soccer, baseball, and basketball. Kids do a lot of tournaments and all that kind of stuff. What a great time to spend together as a family. I have a bachelor's degree in education from UW Milwaukee, and I have a master's degree plus 30 and more in teacher leadership. I started full-time teaching in 1997, started here. Before that, 2 years I was a sub or a guest teacher, as we call them now. So I've been here a while. I guess they've given me some awards over the years. I was honored to get the district's Compass Award a few years back, and I was a recipient of the BAMI Educator's Choice Awards, got to go to Washington, D.C., walk the red carpet. It was a fantastic event, good times. And secondary social studies teacher of the year, social studies teacher of the year in Wisconsin, kind of a cool experience as well. I've co-authored a couple of books on education, and they're still out there today. More recently, even published a children's book called Dots Goes to Camp, a fun little story based on one of my own kids' experience. But I've been involved in politics as well, so I haven't just read the books and done all that academic thing, but I've also participated, met a president, worked on campaigns, ran a congressional campaign in San Diego, and even back when I had more hair, testified before a congressional committee in Washington, D.C. You don't want to go and look it up on C-SPAN video, but it's there. So government, politics, civics, my passion. And let me tell you a little bit about our AP class. Our AP class has a book called American Government Stories of a Nation, and we've taken the 5 big ideas from the College Board, and I've sort of created them into something that's more manageable for us. So we have 12 big ideas, and each of those big ideas, as I've explained to our students in class, have different components, sort of the anatomy of the big idea, where we can find which chapters to read, find out what the essential questions are, get the summary to put it all into context, and then each of those big ideas has learning objectives, and students are responsible for essentially learning all the stuff on the right-hand column, that is the vocabulary and the introductory stuff, and then showing their learning, showing their mastery of that content through the different ways that we have to show learning, starting with one-pagers that they write and going on from there. The key takeaway that I want us to talk about and think about as it relates to our class leads us to this slide that I sort of have stolen right from the slideshow that I shared with students on one of the first days, and it talks about what we do in class and what we do outside of class. So outside of class, what I call the individual space, and that could be the quiet academic area at home, or it could be even on the bus, going somewhere. But that individual space where you don't need the rest of us, you don't need me there, you don't need the rest of us there to help with it, that's the place where the introductory information happens. That's where the readings happen. That's where the videos that you need to watch with academic content and process, that's where that happens. And sometimes the quizzes happen there as well, because you can do those individually by yourself somewhere outside of class. But the inside of class stuff, or what I refer to as the group space, that's where we're all here together doing essentially the heavy lifting of learning and education. This is where we do the application, we do the analysis, we ask the questions so that we can dig deeper into what does this mean, right? This introductory stuff, what does it mean? How does it connect? Where does it show up in real life? That's where students should come to class with questions about, these are the things I didn't get, or I got this far, but then I got a little bit stuck on this. Can you give an example? Or where does that really show up in the real world? Or how does this work together? Why does it work that way? Or why did it become this way? So that's what we're looking for in class. So a lot of questioning, a lot of conversation, a lot of give and take, because we want to use the time wisely so students aren't wasting their time on the stuff that they already know, right? With me telling them about it over and over again. It's really about, I know all that stuff, but what about this? This is what I need. That's what we try to do in class. And I've explained that to students as well, and I think they're getting the hang of that. So how do we show our learning? A variety of ways. I already mentioned the one-pager, talking to the teacher, creating mastery products, writing free response questions, and we have 4 different types for our AP class, and then creating and asking questions, and really getting to the core of the connections and the things that we want students to understand about government and politics. And so it is really about the learning, but it's also about the exam that's coming up in May. And it's almost May. And so now is a good time to be registering for that AP exam. It happens this month. I recommend that all students take it. They're probably going to do well on it. And if they don't, which is rare, it's going to be a great experience to go through that college level testing type thing and the preparation for that college level test as well. I welcome and encourage your questions about the content or the process or anything that I've said here today. Really appreciate the opportunity to share some thoughts with you, and I look forward to meeting you sometime in the future and answering your questions. Email me anytime. My wife says I check it too much, but I'm happy to help, so I look forward to seeing you in that space as well. Take care.